Hi adventurers, and welcome to the LARP Peddler's channel. In this first video of the Ravia armor set series, I'll show you how to build the bracers for the Ravia female armor set, inspired by the style of the video game The Witcher. You'll find the templates for this piece in the video description. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Start by printing the pattern on your home printer. You'll find a short guide for this in the instructions file. Once printed, use a craft knife and a metal ruler to cut along the right and bottom edges of all the pages at the guide marks. Align the pages in order using the marks as a guide and join them together using some type of transparent tape that allows you to see the lines of the template pieces. Next, cut out the template pieces with a cutter or scissors. Once you've cut out the template pieces, trace them onto your piece of leather. I use leather between 2.5 and 2.7 millimeters thick because it's easy to work with and useful for all kinds of pieces, from armor to straps and bags. I do it this way to avoid having to buy different thicknesses of leather. In my case, I always use a pen to transfer the pieces to the leather. If you don't feel confident enough, you can do it on the back of the leather so that, in case of making a mistake, it won't be visible in the final piece. Use a sharp blade to cut the leather. Believe it or not, a blade in good condition prevents accidents, reduces the effort required for cutting, and improves the cut's finish. I use a strap cutter to make straps for convenience, but you can do it with a ruler and a craft knife. The width of the strap depends on the width of the buckle you're using. Keep in mind that the oval holes are 20 millimeters. I always use 18 millimeter buckles for this type of strap. The length of the strap, on the other hand, will depend on the circumference of your forearm and wrist. Once you have the pieces cut, use a hole punch to make the corresponding holes. I use a 20 millimeter oval hole punch for the oval holes, a 3.5 millimeter round hole punch for the rivets, and a 5 millimeter hole punch for the eyelets. These measurements are approximate and will depend on the hardware you use. If you don't have an oval hole punch, you can drill a hole at each end and use a craft knife to achieve the correct shape. Using a compass, measure the pattern's guideline for the pieces where you want to apply the leather edging. Then, use the compass to mark this line parallel to the edges of the pieces that require it. Use an edge beveler to round off the exposed edges and give them a more professional finish. Make the sewing holes. In my case, I almost always use a torque surface and an awl, but you can use any method you feel comfortable with. Just keep in mind that there must be the same number of holes in both pieces. Moisten the leather and use the template to mark the diamond shapes. Go over the lines with a swivel knife to add depth. Next, fold the piece along the lines and use a hammer and a sturdy surface to crease them. Once this is done on all the lines, use a soft surface, such as foam, and a spherical tool to add volume to each diamond. Finally, on the same soft surface, use a stitching wheel to create a stitched effect. Let the piece dry completely before dyeing it. To dye the pieces, I used alcohol-based leather dye in a container and submerged the pieces. I usually do this to save time, but you can use a brush to save dye. Then apply a gloss varnish. You can also do this with a brush to save varnish. Remove any excess varnish with a cloth if necessary. Apply black acrylic paint diluted with water in equal parts and spread it with a cloth. This will darken the color and give it an irregular appearance. This step is entirely optional and will depend on the finish you want. Once the paint is dry, use fine sandpaper to distress the pieces and give them an aged look. Again, this step is optional. Now it's time for the leather trim. In this other video, you can see how I get the straps from a thinner leather. You can use goatskin or rawhide leather. I usually use double-sided tape to hold the leather strip in place, but you can use contact cement. Hammer it on a sturdy surface to maintain the shape of the trim. I use my cobbler's sewing machine to sew the leather trim, but you can do it by hand following the usual leather sewing processes. Attach the eyelets and the buckles to the strap pieces using rivets. Once you've attached the leather trim to all the pieces that need it, join them together. You'll probably have to redo the sewing holes since the leather trim will have covered them from the inside. Use approximately 60 centimeters of cord for the top closure. I use beige cotton cord that's 3 or 4 millimeters thick. Once you've done this, your raffia bracers will be ready for your adventure. Thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. Remember that you can get the PDF file with instructions at the link in the description. I hope you enjoyed it and that you're inspired to make your own raffia set. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share this video. And most importantly, I hope you have a great adventure.